everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make a sea turtle out of clay. So get some clay and we'll get started. You can follow along with me. So you're going to need a couple of pieces of clay. First of all, you're going to break off a chunk of clay that's a little bit bigger than a golf ball, or maybe golf ball size, and roll that into a ball. Get that all rolled up, and then we're going to make a little pinch pot bowl. So you're just going to stick your thumb in and then just start pinching around. You want to try to get the clay the same thickness from the top rim all the way down to the bottom, and you don't want it too thin, maybe about I don't know, thickness of a paintbrush handle or something like that. You don't want it paper thin or that's gonna crack easily. Alright, once you have it about, you feel it has the same thickness top to bottom, then you want to kind of pull it apart this way, because the shell of a sea turtle is a little bit longer on each end, or more pointed on each end, and rounded on the sides. And it is also flatter, so you can kind of pinch here on the top just to flatten it off a little bit. And don't worry about all these little bumps, because I think that just makes it look more shell-like as you're working the clay. You don't want to get it real smooth. Alright, so you have it kind of oval shaped, if you look at it from the bottom. Alright, and that's the shell for right now, so you can just set that aside. Alright, then what you're going to need is a piece of clay about the size of a large marble, like a shooter marble, and you're just going to roll that up into a ball. And I like to roll it into a ball and then cut it in half, and that way as you're working on the legs, you know that you have the same amount of clay that you're working with pretty much, and they should come out about the same size. So you just cut that in half with a popsicle stick, or you could use a Walmart gift card I've been using for different things, so you could do that. Alright, then what you're going to do with this is just pinch on the sides a little bit, and then pinch in the middle here and kind of make it get longer as you work. So you're going to get kind of a boomerang shape. It's kind of what you're shooting for. It's got a little bit of a curve to it. Maybe a little bit pointed, more pointed on one end and rounded on the other. Okay, so that's one for one side. And I'm going to use the other one for the other side. So on this one, you want it to curve the other direction. So, but you're still going to do the sides and pinch on the top to make it extend out. Alright, my sea turtles, they're probably a little cartoonish. I'm not like going for realism or anything like that. I'm just kind of having fun with it. So anyway, alright, so I have the other leg. So you can see they kind of curve opposite direction right there. Alright, so I'm going to set those aside. And then I want to get a little bit smaller piece of clay this time for the back legs, because sea turtles' front flippers are longer than their back legs, or flippers, whatever you want to call them. So you don't need quite as much clay for the back legs. But you're going to do it the same way. You're going to roll up a ball of clay, cut it in half, alright, and then just pinch on the sides and pinch on the top here, and just get it, again, kind of that boomerang shape to it. A little bit of a curve, a little pointed on the end. You can play around with that however you know, if you want it to be more realistic, you can look at a picture and try to get it looking exactly like a sea turtle, but I think that's pretty close right there. And this one you want to curve the other direction. You're a tree frog outside. I'm gonna flip this one, everything looks better that way. A little pointed on the end right there. Okay, so that's the back leg. Alright, we need one more piece of clay, probably about the same size as what we used for the back legs. A shooter size marble or so. Alright, roll that up. This is going to be the head of our turtle. So what I do is take the ball of clay, hold it on one side. I'm going to pinch like this on one side, just keep twisting it and pulling it. So that's gonna make the neck of the turtle right there. Alright, that's the part that I'm gonna attach under the shell. And then this side is gonna be his nose. So on this side, I'm gonna kind of do the same thing and pinch like that, but not pull it out as much. Just kind of shape it a little bit and turn it. Like that. Okay, so that's kind of gonna be his head shape right there. Then you can take popsicle stick and cut right here for his mouth, or you could use the credit card. Just cut a little slit right here. So that's going to be his mouth. And then I just use the end of a paintbrush to poke eyes. So you just want to kind of look, try to get them as even as you can on each side. Okay, so there's his face for our turtle there. Alright, now all we got to do is attach everything together onto our turtle shell. Here. I'm going to use, this clay is pretty wet, so I don't need a lot of scoring and slipping, but if your clay is a little bit dry, you might need to do that. So I'm just going to dip it in a little bit of water. I'm going to scratch here at this end, that's where I'm going to attach the head. And then one leg is going to go here. One leg over here. This side, and two toward the back. Okay. So hopefully you can see that. So head, legs, right there. Okay. Alright, so what we're going to do is take the head, just flip it over here and pinch it on at the back. On there, and then you can kind of curve these around a little bit because they're going to lay flat on the table top. This one on this side. Bend it a little bit right there. Right, two on the back. That. You can kind of play around with the positioning of the legs. Okay, so they're just all attached on there like that, and that's pretty much our turtle. Now we got to work on doing the shell design. So you could, if you wanted to, oh, well, one other thing, if you all can see this very well. I'm going to take the popsicle stick and just do a little pattern on his legs right here. Stick out his flippers. See that texture I did there. And then on the back, if you wanted to, I'm sure you could, if you had some stamps or something, you could do stamps on that. Or even if you had maybe, after you form the shell, if you had like a doily, you could probably lay out the doily and then kind of roll this on to get the doily pattern on that. That'd be kind of cool. What I'm going to do for this is I'm just going to scratch a design. So I have this little tool here that has a hook on the end. You could use that, or if you wanted to, maybe something like this would work. So you can just pick any tool. This one would probably be good too. So you can scratch a design in. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the outside edge here. Just pick it up so you can see. I'm not worried about being too precise. So I just went around that, outlined it, and then you can break that up into some other shapes, or cut some lines here. And I actually looked at a turtle shell pattern for a sea turtle. So that's kind of what I'm going to do on the back here. But you could do any kind of design if you wanted to. If you wanted to do a flower or something on the back, that'd be kind of cool too. Just look something like this, down the middle. Alright, so this is kind of the turtle design here for the shell. And after it's dry, you can kind of sand the little chunks off if you want to. About that right now. Okay, so that's how you can make a turtle out of a piece of clay, a sea turtle. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you have fun making a sea turtle.